So this is my last ride of the season, and the last ride on this bike actually. So the story is, and now I'm recording this audio many months later, there was issues ongoing with the rear brake, the ABS system, and I had to bring it back to the shop twice to get it fixed at the dealership. It had a recall on the rear brake, and there was a seal that had to be replaced on the ABS unit, which is located under the tank. So they had to take apart the bike each time they did it, and they replaced the hoses and also the gasket that was actually leaking. And so the second time is still the same gasket, same spot. So I contacted CFMOTO in Quebec, because that's where in Canada is the headquarters, and I complained. I filed a complaint, also filed a complaint to Transportation Canada about the recall issue and the danger of it. And what happened was I was on a hill, downhill, and I just realized there was no brakes, no rear brake at all. So I couldn't stop properly. I had to use a front brake, which is not safe. And then I ended up riding home in the rain and terrified. It was windy, raining, and I was riding back home just thinking about, okay, if a deer jumps out in front of me, because I was on the back road, I was terrified, so I was driving really slow. Anyways, so long story short, I was in contact with the CFMOTO, and the dealership contacted me, took the bike back, and they gave me my money back, the money I actually paid for the bike, so full price back. And that's the story. So this unfortunately is the last time you'll see me on this bike. It's really unfortunate because I had high hopes for this brand, and I'm hoping that this is the only lemon in the whole group. And what is kind of suspicious is that this is the only dealer, actually it's not the only dealer, there's two dealers in Calgary that sell this bike, and none of them had them in stock. Like, none of them, not even the one in Edmonton. So I'm thinking that this bike is a lemon, and they had a hard time selling it. That's why they sold it to me so cheap. I wouldn't put down the brand because I don't know what the other bikes are like, but I was looking forward to the 675 and then the 750 or whatever, the other 700 bike that's coming out. And I hope the best for them, but I'm probably not going to ever buy a bike from them again from this experience. I mean, a brand new bike and this many issues, this bad of an issue, a safety issue. So next one I'm probably going to get is a used Japanese bike, like a Yamaha, Honda, or Suzuki, something like that. Otherwise, mechanically, this bike was really good. It was really torquey and a lot of fun to ride, and it looked great. Build quality was pretty good. There's some issues with the paint in some spots, but that might have been caused by me. But I know some paint was kind of fading off, but I don't know if that's normal on some of the metal parts around the screen. I think I talked about that before anyways, but overall, it's a pretty decent bike. And if you didn't have that rear brake ABS issue, it's a fantastic bike. If you watched my previous videos, you'd know that this is my first bike, so it is a beginner bike. So I got a 450 because it's most comfortable for me. And overall the experience was great, minus the rear brake issue. By the end of the season, I could already tell that I needed something with more power. Anyways, here I'll take you on one of my favorite roads. Enjoy the twisties.